Hey, it's Mike on Thursday with a video blog. This one all about weather once again. We've had so much of it, and I kind of zoom in, and you see Las Vegas here off in the distance, and then Boulder City, and then the western parts of Arizona, Mojave County, where everything has been really thick in terms of heavy-duty showers and thunderstorms today. To show you why the National Weather Service has been on these as well as me, look at this rainfall in Mojave County, northwestern part of Arizona, Hurricane Cliffs, with over 2 inches of rain. Now keep in mind, there's not very many sensors in terms of rainfall sensors in north and western Arizona. So it's possible that there's been more than that has fallen in spots. Mesquite has not picked up as much rain, but it's been a steady on and off rain. Not a whole lot of sensors in Moapa Valley to show exactly how much rain there's been, but you certainly could think that in Moapa Valley, in certain selected areas, there's probably been upwards of close to an inch, because that's the kind of rainfall that has fallen down towards Dolan Springs and the western parts of Mojave County in Arizona. Now, a number of folks have asked me, emailed me, Mike, how can you make these calls on rain so easy and so far ahead of time? Well, that's where forecasting comes in. You're looking at a couple of graphics from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma, and you see where the 16 is. I'll kind of just zoom into it there. The 16 in southwestern Arizona, that's an upper level disturbance. So here's a large area high pressure where I'm circling. The monsoonal flow or moisture is coming up from the Gulf of California, the back side of this flow. And it's just kind of following this upper level disturbance, because that's what's drawing all the moisture to it today. So when we zoom in with Barron radar, which again you can only get in this valley from MikeChalinas.com, you'll notice that the rainfall is following the movement of the higher dew points in the upper level disturbance. And that just isn't in the valley. Now, we could always pick up a little outflow, a little cold air rushing out of these storms that may produce some thunderstorms this evening, but the likelihood isn't that great, because we're really beginning to dry out here in the valley, although it's still just stinkingly humid. And I just don't see that as big of a chance tonight, but want to leave it in there just in case. Now, what does this stuff look like from space? I've got another little prize to show you. This is a visible satellite. This is essentially a picture of the Earth from 22,000 miles up in space. And this is the area that we're talking about. Okay, so here's Clark County. And then here is Mojave County. And then you're working on up towards St. George in the south and western parts of Utah. You see how sculpted these clouds are? These are all clouds, or cumulus clouds, that were growing at the point of this picture. That's why they're so sharp. The fuzzy stuff is all ice crystals from the tops of these storms. It's being blown northward, the anvil tops, if you may. And you can see some of that as well visible in the northern and eastern parts of Clark County. So that's a picture of the atmosphere, and you can almost tell what time of day it is. In this case, it was taken, I think, at like 1 o'clock. Because as the sun would be at about this angle at 1 o'clock in the summertime, you can see a little shadow on these clouds here. And that's because that's where the sun was directly overhead when the satellite picture was taken. So moving back and getting back into the radar, I don't see, there we go, I don't see as much of a chance for thunderstorms in Las Vegas today as I do Mojave County. And the way I look at these things, any weather person or any person can look at a radar and tell you where it's raining. Unfortunately, there are a number of people in town that's what they do. That's all they tell you is where it's raining. It's important, and most importantly, to tell you that the rain is going to be there a half an hour, an hour and a half, 2 hours in short-term forecasting ahead of time, so you can prepare. Just like telling someone, well, there's a tornado that touched down here. What good does that do? If I'm the guy, I'm listening saying, yeah, I know the tornado touched down. I'm picking up pieces of my house right now. So I want to let you know ahead of time where the rain is going to occur on a short-term forecast, and then when it's actually raining in one spot, tell you where it's going. At least that's how I see it. And that's my website, so that's how I do it. Sorry about the camera shake. That's a look at Mike's video blog for today. Hope you enjoyed.